Live from Orlando, Florida.
En casa de Natalia Castillo.
Ew. Ew. I want to get the sound from Am Scott. Ow. Or is that Pet Boys?
I have no idea.
I think Pet Boys. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
¿Qué lo que hay, mi gente? Welcome back to Two Drinks and a Ting. I'm your Ting Nathalia.
I'm Natalie.
And we back, bitch.
Gee.
Now, you weren't here when I had to change things up where I'm introducing people. But for the audience, if you haven't gotten the gist from our conversations, we go way back.
Gee.
Met her initially, 6th grade, didn't like her.
Facts.
Became reacquainted in 9th grade, still didn't like her. Mm-hmm. And we became besties in 11th grade.
Yeah. Anybody who's my friend today, it's going to be the same story. They did not like me. And then we're here.
Mm-hmm. She's the epitome of, did you think I was a bitch when you first met me?
And I wasn't.
No, she was. Anywho.
Thank you.
What's a pod without any drinks? Your girl is getting real true to trying to become a bartender and all. Your girl has a Malibu Sunrise. Ew.
Cheers.
Oh.
Wait, that was a fail. Hold on. Let's try that again.
Clink.
Thank you.
It's plastic. Malibu Sunrise has Malibu coconut rum inside it, along with orange juice and grenadine.
Grenadine.
That. Mm-hmm. I knew I pronounced it wrong. And because I want to be special, I put Cardi B's whipped cream on it that's infused with vodka, and it tastes good. This is vanilla.
Yeah, it is good. I'm not going to lie.
Ooh, it's really good. Damn.
Yeah.
That coconut rum?
It's very good.
Delicioso. Okay. How are you?
I'm here.
I don't know. I just realized I don't ask my people how they're doing. And if I do ask them.
Because you don't care.
I don't. You're here to serve me. I don't care about you.
Wow.
I'm kidding. I love her.
She better love me.
I was telling her the other day I was crying and stuff like that. Because I watch these two people on a podcast called Shits and Gigs, and they've been friends since college. They're like 33, so they met each other when they're like 18. So they're always talking about like they've been through a lot in 15 years. And I'm like, damn, that is a while to be friends. And then it got me thinking to Natalie, because she's probably my oldest consistent friend that has kind of like upgraded to a sister. So I was just thinking in my head like, oh my God. Me and her have been friends for 12 years.
That's what you said, yeah.
Oh my God. And I just started crying because I get sentimental. And I texted her. I was like, I'm crying right now because we've known each other for like half my life. It's wild. I have friends, but it's not on the same stratosphere of I talk to you every single day. I talk to you every single day. And if we don't talk every single day in some form, one way or another, we're communicating in Snap, in Instagram. And other friends, it's just like, I'll say happy birthday to you on Instagram. And then I thought about it. I was like, she's probably the only person that is in each of my chapters. And this one has officially started the new chapter for me specifically because I'm doing something that I feel passionate about. Yeah. AKA the podcast, AKA truly living a boundary lifestyle. Because I don't think I had boundaries back a day. Like I was very vocal and I was very emotionally intelligent. But when it came to family members, I never had boundaries with them and stuff like that. So now it's like I'm entering that chapter of having boundaries.
Yeah. Like you have more intention. You're now stepping into a chapter in life where it's like everything I do needs to have an intention.
Yes. It needs to get me to my overall goal. And now I'm proactively thinking what I can do to better myself. Yeah. And it's not that surface bullshit. Like, I'm going to love myself. Because I've always said that, but I've never done it. Because I don't think I've ever loved myself until probably in my mid-20s. It's not even just about loving myself. It's like I never thought myself pretty. None of that shit. I truly grasped the concept of being okay with yourself as a person. And I've always been a loner, but I was never content with my loneliness, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of being alone, because you haven't always been lonely.
I haven't. I've always had friends and stuff like that, but I've never been okay with my own company. But now I can go literally days with not saying a word to anybody.
And it feels so good sometimes.
It's content. I feel calm. I feel at ease. I literally feel in my peace.
I feel that, sis. I feel that.
Cheers.
I almost dropped your cup.
Good thing God's plastic. But
this
damn,
rug though.
You better go get a vacuum.
Be like Cinderella scrubbing floors.
Girl. But enough of this bullshit. Sorry, guys.
She's so emotional. Oh my God.
I am. And I was telling her literally a couple of weeks ago, I've cried more in the last 3 months than I have my whole entire life. Because I was never an emotional person up until my grandmother passed away, like back in 2013, because it was unexpected. But that literally opened up the floodgates of me crying all the fucking time in her car.
Yeah.
At Fridays after us drinking. Like, it's wild at how I just cry now.
Yeah. Me, you gonna cry it, girl. Cry it out. I'm
exactly.
About it.
And that's why I have no qualm telling you that, I cried yesterday. And then it's just a healthy conversation. Why'd you cry about it?
Yeah. I love crying. Especially now, like, having my baby. Oh. I look at her and I see, like, she'll be napping and I'll just look over. I'm like, I made that. She's growing up and one day she's going to be a whole teenager. Then she's going to just be a whole adult. And I'm just going to be here old and decrepit. Like, literally, my mind goes so far. And I'm like, wait, but she's still just a baby.
She's literally months old. Relax.
It's so bad. But I mean, like, boohoo crying. I'll walk in and look at Jay and be like, she's growing up. He'll be like, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Oh my God. That's funny. Yeah, but it's not. But it's also like, it's just nice. It's nice having people be on the journey with you, because then we can reflect like we've been doing the whole entire day of the tomfoolery of high school.
Girl.
If you like what you're hearing so far from not just this episode, but previous episodes, highly suggest you like, subscribe, follow, YouTube, word of mouth. Tell your bitches to tell their bitches so we can be able to get this shit together, because your girl needs money. And if you're listening, my audio listeners, hi. Can you please follow and subscribe anywhere you get your podcasts?
And don't forget to share.
Speaking of sharing, hi, Kate. So, story behind Kate. Yesterday, I went to Total Wine because I needed to get the ingredients for the Malibu Sunrise. Before I was leaving, I was thinking like, let me get Cardi B's whipped cream. But in the section I was at, they only had the small versions. And I went throughout the whole entire store looking for the bigger versions. I'm like, yo, they can't just have this fucking travel size bullshit. They have to have a bigger one. So I see the cashier lady there, and I'm just like, question, y'all got bigger sizes? She was like, oh yeah, for sure. I'm like, thank God. Of course, she takes me to a place I didn't even fucking go through.
Of course.
So I was like, okay, thank you. And then she was just like, oh, so you're just gonna eat it by itself, or you're gonna put it in an actual drink? And I was like, oh, well, I have a podcast and I make drinks on it, so I'm gonna do that. She's like, you have a podcast? Bitch, before I can like blink anything, she had her phone out. What's your name? What? 2 Drinks and a Ting. I'm on Spotify. Anywhere you want to find me, YouTube. And she followed.
Thanks, Kay.
Thank you.
You're a real one, girl.
Love you. If you ain't there by the time I see you next time, because I need more ingredients, I will find you.
Ingredients. Hold on. Ingredients.
It's
ingredients, yeah.
Jeez. Excuse me, Miss English professor. The fuck?
Stick to math, honey.
But yes, hi, Kate.
Hey, Kate, girl.
All right. Have you seen the Duggar documentary?
No, you were telling me about it.
Shiny Happy People?
No, I don't think I'd watch it. I feel like I'd get upset watching it.
You probably cry.
Before you tell me more about it, I feel like anything regarding that family, it just pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were so, like, first of all, you had way too many fucking kids.
Facts.
And the one way that you could feel like you could support yourself is through a show and
exploiting them.
Exploiting your kids, you know? With that many kids, those many personalities, something ratchet was bound to happen. And I was guessing exactly what happened, that one of them at least one of them would violate the other ones.
Yep.
There were too many kids.
Yep.
You can't focus on, and I'm not, okay, you can have as many kids as you want, but if you're going to be about your kids, be about your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay, you made a show because of your kids and the size of your family and so on and so forth, but just seeing what happened, and I'm pretty sure, I think one of the girls had said what happened, and they didn't believe or didn't want it to be known or something like that, like the parent situation. I'm like, yo, that's your kid. Just like how this one is your kid, the creep, so is the victim. Victims. So,
you're not wrong on the family dynamic, but Shiny Happy People is basically, it's not a true documentary about the Duggar family. It's kind of an expose on the religion that they practice.
What does that fall under?
Like I don't
a Mormon?
know. I thought it fell under some type of Pentecostal. The women resemble a Pentecostal individual. Long hair,
but that's a lot
skirts.
Of religions.
But to me, at that point, again, ignorantly, I've only seen that within the Pentecostal because of my cousins.
Yeah.
That's totally right. I was like watching, I was like, are they Pentecostal? They fall under Christianity. It's a cult, basically.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
So basically, within that documentary, it focuses on the Duggar family because they're the poster family of the organization. But they have a lot of survivors, children that come from that religion and things like that. So it's based off of the belief of a guy named Bill Godfrey. He's the founder of the organization, and his main principle is authority. The man is the authority within the family. So everyone must obey to the father. And then the father obeys the church. That's the chain of command that they have. But within that chain of command, the women are just readers. So the women have no rights. They listen to their husbands. They listen to their brothers. They listen to their fathers. They're just there to take care of the household and to breed children. There are multiple interviewees here who say that they were raped by their husbands. I don't know the terminology of the leaders within the organization, but they were assaulted by them. So to bring it back on Josh Duggar, he blew up the whole entire organization, blew up the whole entire family. And in this, again, this is more of an expose on the religion cult that's happening, but one of the sisters does participate in the documentary, and it's Jill Duggar. She's she's the fourth oldest child. And she was one of his survivors. So it was her and her sister Jessa. So she tells her side of the story within her family. Girl, she's brave. Her father is a fucking piece of work.
I'm sure.
Disgusting. So they find out that he's doing this stuff to his siblings, and they take him they send him away to a camp for troubled youth, which is within the religion at the Godfrey Institute. And they just make him into a carpenter. He basically builds the Mecca church for them, and that's his punishment. That doesn't last long. He's only gone for a couple of months, and then they bring him back silently. Because at the time, he was courting Jim Bob, which is the father's best friend's daughter. The best friend, Jim, that's his name, finds out. He's like, where's Josh at? What's going on? Jim Bob is like, oh, he got into... His
name is Jim Bob. I'm sorry.
Country.
Jim Bob.
So he asks him, he's like, oh, where's Josh at? We haven't seen him in a while because, the daughter's courting. He's like, where's the gap? And he says that he kind of molested his siblings. And then the mom, Michelle, comes in, don't say that. He didn't molest them. He was inappropriate with them.
Wait. The mother?
Yeah, Michelle.
Said that?
Yeah.
She's a piece of work too.
She's brainwashed.
Obviously.
So.
Oh my God.
The best friend, Jim, is just like, okay, well, we're going to have to take him to the police. We're going to have to tell them. Right. And then Jim Bob was like, oh yeah, I was going to take him to the deputy today. Did you want to come with me? He's like, yeah, I want to go with you. Take him to the deputy. The deputy's like, you know what? You're a good boy. I don't want this to tarnish your reputation. I'm going to give you a warning. But the next time something happens, we're going to have to press charges. Listen to this shit. The sheriff that they took the boy to was Jim Bob's friend.
Of course.
And he was convicted years later on child pornography.
Of course.
The father, Jim, of the girl, figures this out, breaks up everything. He's like, no, you're not gonna date my fucking daughter. You fucking thought.
Yeah. At least somebody's got some sense.
Some type of sense. But this religion is fucking wild.
Yeah.
They don't believe in autonomy with the kids. The kids are there to service the parents, thus there to service the father. And there's multiple practices that teach you to break your kids. And that's what they say. They want you to break your kids so they can obey you without any type of fighting. This is what they do from the young age. It's called blanket training. They bring the baby, put them on the blanket, leave them there to like see the world or whatever. And when they outreach towards you, the mother's supposed to smack their hands so they can be trained to not reach out or search for their comfort, because they're not working at the parents' will. The parents don't want you to want them. Yeah. They want you to serve them. So
oh my God, that breaks my heart.
That's the beginning step of their training on to how to break and make these kids obey them. I'm about to start
crying. That breaks my heart.
Sis, it's wild. And that's just the beginning. And then they go into seminars on how to discipline your kids, beating them with rods, twitches, everything that's legal that's not going to leave a mark on your kid.
That's so bad.
And of course, plethora of pedophiles.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm only on it's a 4-episode limited series on Amazon Prime. I'm on the second episode. They're hour long.
And all of this already came to in the second episode. Oh my God. Can I just say that I'm still stuck on the whole baby thing?
Especially since your daughter warms your heart when she reaches for you.
I'm just like, how brainwashed, how careless, I don't even know the word, like how cold can you be as a mother to see your baby wanting you? Mm-hmm. Just the moment that my kid just looks at me and I'm just like, oh, I'm coming, like you don't even have to cry, make a noise, just look at me a certain way and I'm just like, I'm coming.
Not them.
And then
that's
you have
weakness.
The audacity. And you know what's horrible? Because I read that, I'm sorry not to like go on. But I had read a it was like an article or something. There was a study that shows, you know, that there's people, you do whatever you want with your kids. I don't do this with my child. The whole cry it out method for sleep training. Like they let their kids cry until they figure out how to soothe themselves and go to sleep. Okay.
Self-soothe?
Yeah. So there was a study that showed kids that go through like the whole cry it out method, they actually stop crying because they kind of give up. On believing that somebody's going to come help them.
Neglected.
Yeah, pretty much to the point that it's like, I have no other choice but to soothe myself.
That's because so sad.
Girl, I mean, when I was reading that, I'm like, people are so mean to these babies. How dare you? Because I could be in the road and I could hear a baby crying and I'm just like, oh, my heart.
Yeah.
That's
to
horrible.
Teach them not to want you.
Right. Like, that's horrible.
This is the middle of the second episode, so there's more to fucking come.
Nope.
Couldn't be fucking me.
Me either. I'm sorry, but I feel like if I were to be like the headspace that I'm in, that I own, that sits within me, I think like I might be in jail because you're not going to tell me what to do. And I dare you to hit me. I dare you to hit me.
Holes in the walls everywhere.
Baby.
Knives scattered about.
Baby, don't you dare. Because I will never be one to, and I've told you this, I will never be one to purposely hit a man.
Yeah.
Never.
No, and nowadays, where I see the tomfoolery that's happening out in these streets, where these women,
they just like, like
my ex-roommate told me that she was domestic with her boyfriends and they did nothing to her. Like she said she would come and pop him in the back of the head.
I remember those
and I looked at her mad crazy. I'm like, and he did nothing to you? Not saying it's justified, but dude, you're acting so out of pocket. I'm like, why'd you hit him? He just annoyed me. People like that need to get beat. Because you didn't get your ass rocked. That's why you keep on fucking doing it.
Right. And it's not saying that we're okay with people hitting people in general. It's not okay.
But consequences are consequences, dude.
Everybody has a limit.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. And yes, okay, women, some of us could have tempers and da-da-da-da-da, whatever.
No justification.
But so do men. Pick the right one.
She got the right one, though, with the last dude she was fucking with. All the cops on her.
Oh, well, yeah. That's the real right one. That's the real right one. Because if it's not you about to get hit, which is always where my mind goes. Like, honestly, if I see a woman hit a man in public, I'm just waiting. Like, I don't want this man to hit her, but I also know she should not be hitting him.
Because it's so easy for you to
take that
give
one
yourself
moment
into that fucking reaction. So easy. Yeah. And she would play the victim like there's 100%. No fucking body.
He would have gotten in so much trouble if he would have.
And this girl was passing for white. So you already know this Puerto Rican motherfucker in jail.
Yeah.
Just say, because you know these cops see one little blonde bitch crying. She's instantly the victim.
Yeah.
Thank God he also had evidence that she was abusive towards him.
Yeah.
Take your pictures. If you're in a domestic violence and you can't leave, because that does happen, take your pictures. Yeah. Take your evidence. Because at the end of the day, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to take anything from this, be prepared. Take your pictures. Take your videos. Don't be afraid to have that evidence, because at the end of the day, his word, it's sad to say, but cops believe the man sometimes more than the woman, depending on what the appearance is.
Yeah.
If it's a white man, they're going to trust the white man over the girl. If it's a white girl against a black guy, they're going to trust the white girl. It's the look of what it is. Get your evidence and show it. Keep it safe.
It's horrible.
It is. This system and the society is not for, I'm only going to speak for us Hispanic, brown, any type of one, us minorities, they're not here for us.
And it's not just women, because there are men that go through this. No, I'm just talking about men in general, though, especially, my husband's a black man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and say that men don't get abused. Mm-hmm. Men are a lot of times, and they're looked over because they're men. Like,
they're the silent victims.
Right. And so same thing as a man. If you see yourself in a situation where you're like, I love her, but she hits me, or she's like emotionally abusive, or verbally abusive. Any type of abuse is abuse.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. You should try to leave, and if you can't, like Nathalia said, go ahead and stack your evidence just in case.
But
don't lose your temper.
No.
Be smart. Use your head.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
So mind your business. Take your pictures.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah, if you can.
If you can. Find help. There's a domestic hotline, I'm pretty sure.
You can link it in your...
Yeah, I can link it. On that note, fuck you, Duggar family. So sad.
Not the whole family.
I mean, find the parents. But definitely watch Shiny Happy People. It's really good. I have a thread. What's y'all deal breakers in a friendship?
I mean, I have a few. Don't break my boundaries. If I tell you no, I can't, that type of answer, don't try to push it.
It used to hurt my feelings every single time she told me no. And now I'm just like, I think for her sometimes. I'm just like, she's not going to want to do that. And I'm sometimes right.
Yeah.
Which is something I like about you, and I kind of like admire it, because I can't do that. I can't just say no and not give an explanation. You know what I mean?
You're right.
But you're perfectly fine in that. You're like, no.
Right.
And you look at me like I'm crazy.
Oh my God. I mean, I just think a no doesn't need, it doesn't need a comma. It could be a period.
That doesn't sit right with me with certain people. Aka this bitch. She's my friend. She's supposed to be my tag partner on everything. How dare you say no to me?
I'd be tired. And now here we are, growth. Thank God she gets it.
I do. I don't feel
the veil has been lifted.
I don't feel as hurt anymore that when she says no, she says no. I don't feel hurt anymore. I'm like, okay, whatever.
But the thing is, not to explain, but yeah, a little bit more of an explanation behind that. Because if it's something that I know, it's a memory, it's something, whatever, and I really have no excuse not to go. It's just I don't want to go. I'll push that aside and be like, hey, I'll go because I know this matters to you. Mm-hmm. But if we're not going to be talking about it in a week, a month, a year.
My estate sales.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit here at home saving my little dollar watching TV. That's it. So yeah, that's definitely something that I don't mess with. Drama. I don't want you to constantly have drama in your life, and then you talk about it, and then you expect me to just listen and side with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm here for every ounce of tea. I am here for every ounce of anything that you need to vent out, as long as I have the mental ability to take it in at that moment. Because if not, I will tell you, I'm not ready to talk about this right now. I'll take it in, listen to you. If you ask me for advice, I'll give it to you. But do not expect me to side with you if I feel like you're wrong.
Yeah.
Because that's not going to happen. I am very big on accountability. We all need it. And if I can't find accountability in you, then are we even friends?
I feel like there's certain friends for certain areas in life.
100%.
Like for accountability, you're my person. You'll give me sound advice. Sometimes I don't want to listen to it because it's like, I'm a victim, damn it. Side with me. But then other times it gives me the POV that I've never considered because I'm so engrossed in my own feelings. You know what I mean? Which is human. That's how we are. Yeah. So you need that person. So I understand where that comes from. And some people just can't hang. And listen, if you can't hang, don't tell me your shit no more.
Period.
Because I'm going to tell you what the fuck I'm going to tell you. Yeah. It is what it is.
Honestly. And if you, again, because there are people in life where it's like they come to you just because they need to vent. And I've been told, like, I'm a homie friend. Like, I'm the friend that makes you feel, like, comfortable and such. And I love to hear that. I love to make people feel comfortable, especially if I consider you a friend, because I don't have many, you know? So if I consider you a friend, that's a big deal. I want us to be able to be vulnerable in that way. Yeah. But the moment that you think that I'm going to side with you just because we're friends, no, I'm sorry. We're, if not 30, we're almost 30. You know, I'm going to hold you accountable because I care about you. And and you told me this. It's like I look at things in an optimistic, realistic way type of situation. And it's like, yeah, because I've been forced to do that because I like to hold myself accountable in certain things. And that was part of my growth. That's part of my growing journey, you know? So I'm just going to add one more. Don't owe me money. Don't owe me. I don't play when it comes to my dollar. I do not play when it comes to my dollar. Oh my God. And you can say what you want about me. Listen, I work hard for my dollar. And I'm a very generous person. Yeah. I would like to think if I have it and I know you need it and you tell me, I'm going to pay you back. Not me asking you to pay me back. You're telling me you're going to pay and you don't pay me back. I ain't going to chase it, but don't ask me again. You might even be on the block list if you try to ask me again. You might be on the block list by the time that you have the money to pay me back. If you ain't telling me, keeping me updated, oh, I can't give you it this time, I'll give you next time. I'm going to give you 2 chances. Me personally, I don't give money to nobody. Yeah. Because I don't trust people. Yeah. Especially like if I'm saving the money because I'm oftentimes don't have the extra and I'm saving this for something, I don't need you ruining my goals. Plans. Yeah. Call me a bitch. I don't care. I have money. But yeah, I feel that. Yeah, are those all your stuff? Yeah, those are the top 3. Don't owe me money. If we friends and you watching this, do not owe me money. Because 9 times out of 10, just to expand on it, if I'm giving you money, it's because I have the money and I don't need the money. But if you tell me you're going to pay me back, again to the accountability, I'm going to hold you on that. Yeah. But I'm also not going to chase you. Because once again, I gave you the money because I didn't need it. Your actions speak louder than your words, baby. Don't borrow shit you can't pay. Don't say that you're going to pay it back. My thing is kind of like, I'm very big on effort. If you're not giving me the same effort I'm giving you, not being present the way I'm present with you, I don't want you in my life. Especially now with this pod, I've seen a lot of people talk more than what they can do. Yeah. And it irritates me. We're just like, oh, you need to remind your friends to like listen to the pod. I'm like, I post it on Instagram. Right. I post it on TikTok. You follow me on TikTok. I see you see it. Yeah. Why can't you like it to help me? Yeah. If we're friends. Yeah. Why can't you share it? You do nothing anyways. And I know you do nothing anyways because you always text me, I'm bored. Again, that's just me
having a higher expectation in you, which I shouldn't have.
Right.
Because nowadays I've realized people just ain't for other people.
A lot of the times, yeah.
So I'm really big on effort. If you
Yeah.
don't text me, I'm not going to text you. Especially now, the things that I've gone through in my life, I need reciprocating stuff. Disrespectful to leave me on fucking red. And I know you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah. And I feel, just to piggyback off of that, I feel heavily on that because I know I tend to like look at a message and then be like, I'll get back to it, and I just forget. I also believe that you can say, hey, I'll answer you in a minute. Exactly. Depending on who you are. If you know Nathalia, that's all she needs. Nathalia doesn't ask for much at all.
No.
At all. Like I said, she's been through every stage with me as of right now. She's seen me go through the whole honeymoon phase with my husband, the baby, the pregnancy, the everything, that I just don't have the energy to hang out with you. The moment she may feel some type of way, and then she tells me that she feels that way, and I'll just tell her, I'm sorry, I just don't have the energy to do any of it. And she's like, okay. And she gets it. Natalia's like that with all of the people she considers her friends.
I just need communication.
That's it.
And I get it, because people want to play devil advocate and be like, you don't know what they're going through.
And even if I don't, I'm still human.
But that's the thing. I've come to realize anyone was important to you, you make the effort. And I've seen that in any type of relationship. If that person is important to you, you want to try to satisfy them. So like Natalie says, I'll message you in a minute, or give me a moment, I'm busy. Yeah. Just communicate that with me, because then I think, wow, what a bitch. She's just ignoring me. And I'm tired of this bullshit of people being like, oh, I wasn't in the right mental space. I'm not asking you to run a triathlon with me. I'm not asking you to figure out finances with me. I'm asking you just to message me back, hey, I'm not feeling it today. Can we speak tomorrow? That's it. I can't stand someone who uses their mental health as a crutch to not own up to responsibility. Because then that shows me that I can't rely on you. Yeah. And then you get mad at me when I don't reach out as much. Oh, why don't you invite me to this event so you can say you're going to come but then ghost me? Yeah, I hate that. That irritates my soul, because it's like, I've saved this space for you. Yeah. And then you just ghost me without any type of communication. And I'm just twiddling my fingers like,
it shows like a lack of value.
Respect. You don't respect my time. Yeah. You don't respect my effort.
But it's so funny, because this is going to be like a quote from the Bible that I literally stand on till this day. It says pretty much, may your yes be yes and your no be no. In whatever context that you want to take that in, cool. But I'm really heavy on like, okay, when I say yes, that means it's a yes. Mm-hmm. Unless something goes awry. Mm-hmm. Something goes crazy. Hold on, I wasn't expecting this, whatever. But I think I've been very faithful to you in the sense of like, when I say yes, I'm going to show up, that means yes, I'm going to show up.
But that's my biggest pet peeve is not respecting my time and not putting in the same effort I do. Mm-hmm. And that's why I hold people to different levels of friendship. Mm-hmm. Her, I'll probably break my back to support because she's done that for me. So sweet. Other people, I'm going to give you damn, that's crazy.
Heavy on the damn.
I'm not going to proceed, because I know that's the same effort you're going to give me if I ever were to reach out to you. Yeah. So if you're feeling hurt because you've seen I've been doing that to you, okay, we're going to go on with the comments that people are responding to it. Yes. Not reciprocating the energy, love, and support I give them.
Period.
This one, secret competition, liars, envious souls.
All of it.
I don't know if I've ever had anyone see me as a competition. I'm very oftentimes very ignorant towards a lot of negative emotions. I purposely try to not pay attention to it. Yeah. So if someone has an issue with me, I purposely try not to pay attention to it, because I'm very reactive. I'm the person who's going to confront you about you having some type of beef with me. Because most of the time, whenever a female's ever had problems with me, it's always been one-sided. Yeah. And I've always been oblivious. I'm like, oh, really? That's
news to me.
Oh my God, you don't like me? That's shocking. If you know me as a person, I'm very light. I play around that I hate people, but I'm one of the most sociable people and relatable people that you can meet. Yeah. I can make friends anywhere. And that's just how I am as a person, because I like good vibes. Yeah. I'm not about this shit.
I don't like it either. The whole competitive thing. I saw a lot of that too, especially after I got married.
Always, because like, oh, you bought a house. How much was your house?
Yeah.
Oh, me and my husband bought this. Oh, me and my husband went here.
There's so many people. And I was shocked because, again, I don't have a lot of friends. And I can't say it was a friend per se who has showed their ass in that way to me.
Mm-hmm.
But there are people that it's like, oh, you're just out here just doing the whole adult thing. Da, 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 da. And comments like that.
That's always a backhanded compliment.
Honestly, it is. Sure, you may not have had that intention, but it can come off that way. I'm literally minding my business. I watch my own pocket. Like, me and my man are good. Our baby's good. We're fed. We have a house, period. Mm-hmm. Our mortgage is paid. Mm-hmm. Every month, honey. You know what I mean? So
that bitch is on auto pay and I don't blink. That's how good we are over here, bitch.
In life, there's no competition. And I'm a competitive being when it comes to like games. When it comes to if we playing Uno, you best believe I'm gonna say Uno first. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to life, no, I don't care. And then envious.
Never. Literally, I said this. The only time I've ever been envious of a chick is if she has nice curls. That's it.
You did say that. I think there's a difference between like healthy jealousy. I find that
a healthy motivation.
Yeah. Or a nice characteristic that you're like, oh, I wish I had that. I feel like that's totally
I don't think
normal.
That's envious. Yeah, because envious is more negative.
Right.
Okay, then I take that back. I've never been envious of a person.
Yeah, no. I could say when I was a kid, I was envious because I wanted to be white. That's a whole different ballpark.
That's trauma.
Yeah, I wanted to be white, and all my friends around me, they were white, and I was envious of how I saw their lives, like their parents were together, that whole stereotype thing. Mm-hmm. I was envious of that to the point that I was like, damn, I wish like they would adopt me. I wish they would kick out their kid and like take me in.
Okay.
That type of thing. Yeah, it was bad. But as an adult, no, I ain't got time.
Ooh, girl, this person's speaking to me.
What?
When they cancel plans on you the moment or the dudes text them, don't call me when y'all break up.
Facts. I used to do that when I first started dating Jay.
Yeah. I can never find this hoe anywhere. Oh, you know me? Oh, you want to hang out now? I'm busy.
Okay. Well, I was in that whole dating, like my first real serious, oh, I'm actually going to marry this guy one day type of relationship. So, of course, I think that's normal. But then you have to get out of that because now being as me and JR, we live together at this point.
You need distance. You need activities.
We need individual time. We're not the couple that's always like together.
I can't stand that shit. I'm not a hater. I just don't like being around your man.
All the time, yeah.
If I invite you somewhere and your response is, oh, we can't make it. I didn't ask for your dude to fucking come. Don't bring him. Especially if it's something where I want to talk to you about my issues because we're that friend. Don't bring his ass around. Right. I didn't ask that. You're individual by yourself. I have a couple. So it says, talking about my business in mixed company. Once you get a man, you're in a relationship expert. No accountability, child. I haven't had a serious relationship my whole entire fucking life. Mm-hmm. I remember this one person, we were in a group and they were having, no. Oh, okay. And they were having relationship issues and they would only direct their questions or talk to the other person while I'm there, like as if I'm nobody. Yeah. And this person literally had the audacity to be like, well, you've never been in a relationship, so why am I going to ask you? Okay, ignorant bitch. Maybe if you ask someone who is not biased in this, I could tell you where you're fucking up, but whatever.
Yeah, I think I'm like in between that because there's certain things that I wouldn't come up, tell you about in regards to certain aspects of a relationship because I feel like there's certain things in a relationship you wouldn't know unless you've already gone through it. Mm-hmm. You feel me? But then I just wouldn't bring it up in front of you.
Okay, rudeness. Fuck you and your toxic relationship.
Yeah.
Like, I may not have been in a relationship, but I know you doing tit for tat in a relationship is childish.
Yeah, some things are just more so like a personality conversation, not so much a relationship conversation.
Exactly.
Other things, it's more so like if something's going on between me and Jay, per se, I'm not going to talk to anybody about it because for what? Like, that's just me and Jay at this point.
Exactly. And I remember even before you guys got married or whatever, you were kind of telling me the issues, but it wasn't on, like you said, a relationship aspect. It was more on like, am I wrong for this?
Yeah. Like,
and then I would give you like, you might be, because think of it as where he's coming from. Right. And that's the aspect I would give.
You would bring the aspect of, this person has a feeling of this too. Maybe they're looking at it this way.
Exactly.
And then as an individual, in your frustration or whatever feeling you're feeling, you might not see that because we get close-minded when we get upset.
Of course. Yeah. Especially when you're feeling hurt and you've done everything right. You have no business other than that. They're like, no, they're wrong.
Yeah.
But I remember they said that to me. And then ever since then, I was just like, okay, fuck you.
Next.
Those that go above and beyond for their other friends, but it's slim with you.
Oh, we talked about this.
Yeah. Effort, bitch.
You know who you are.
Oh, this is you.
What?
The money I let you borrow all of a sudden became little funky ass money when it's time to pay me back.
That part.
This one I kind of can feel. Heavy on your man shouldn't know my business. That's corny. I don't know. It depends.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
I don't mind if her husband knows my business because whenever he does interject, he gives sound advice.
He just minds his business.
He just
as well.
contributes his own personal experience. Like if it's something basic.
Yeah.
So I don't mind him knowing my stuff. Now, if I don't know your man.
Right. That part. And I also think that it's just a reflection of our relationship. You know, he's an extension of me.
Yeah.
But also, it depends on what your business is. If it's something super duper personal, he doesn't have to know that. Because for what?
Then also, she also tells me, like, oh, I told Jay.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. I hope you're okay with that. I'm like, I don't like at this point, I really don't care. But like she said, certain things I will mind.
And again, that's based off of our relationship.
Exactly. And that's the end of it. I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw this page called Culture Experience, and it was funny as fuck. Black people lose at card games and ask, who shuffles the fucking cards?
Literally.
That's me and Uno. Why you got 5 draw 4s? This is bullshit.
That's so facts.
I can relate to this as a kid. My family turning on the lights to talk to me like I can't hear in the dark.
That's so funny. That's me as an adult. Like, why are you walking in this room and turning on the light? If you've been to my house, you know it's always dark in my house. I do not like the big lights in the room. I do not like it. I get in such a bad mood.
You pay lights?
Right. Not only that, it's so bright. Why? Turn on the flashlight on your iPhone. That's why they added it.
Come to the house.
Literally me every night in my house.
My soulmate probably white, and I'm over here chasing chocolate covered lies.
That is horrible. That is horrible.
That's funny.
Oh God.
I strongly agree. Not the white part, but I strongly agree. My husband is not in this country.
She's been saying that since we were in like high school.
I'm not lying, because thus here I am single. My ginger is out in the UK minding his fucking business, probably fucking some bitch from behind.
Oh my gosh.
I can feel it in my
bones.
With
a Volkswagen.
Yes. All right. So before we end the pod, we're going to be playing a game. Hella awkward.
Party.
It is a card game for conversation. So there's 4 different categories: real talk, dating, relationships, and sex. So basically, the idea is to pick a card from either category you would like to go into and answer the question. And yeah.
Never played this game in my life.
You have not. And I've been meaning to make you play it, but I keep on forgetting.
I just read it out loud?
Yes.
Your lover doesn't meet your parents' standards. You love them anyway, but will your love be good enough?
Me personally, I could give 2 fucks. My parents don't agree about my partner. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, you're not in this relationship. Right. We are going to be one or what have you. But also before, like, had the no contact with my family, my parents were very in their ways. My father's very traditional. He's very judgmental of people. And my mother just sees the bad in everyone.
Yeah.
So I took what they said with a grain of salt and was like, okay, whatever. I'm going to do what I want. Now, Natalie.
Can I answer for myself?
No. I'm saying, like, if
I didn't like them?
Yes. And you gave me probable cause.
Yeah.
I would then think about this.
Yeah.
Now you can answer yours.
I thought you were going to answer for me. I'm like, dang.
Oh, no. I would never do that. I don't know you like that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you know the answer. Like,
I know it's yes.
My mom has to like you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My mom has to like you. My dad, I don't really care. But my mom, no, because I'm too, as something else as my mother can be, I know my mom is a good person, and she tries to see the best in everybody. So yeah, my mom has to like you.
This is going to be real talk.
Okay.
What's your experience with race?
In what way? I mean, like...
I had that question with Christina, and I spoke about my experience of just not liking myself because I was within a predominantly white neighborhood.
Right.
So people didn't like me because
you were different.
I was different, and the boys didn't like me because I wasn't what they wanted. You know what I mean? So I played the comparing game a lot.
Yeah.
So I oftentimes said, race to me, in my experience, the only negative one that I could think of is like I wanted to be white.
Yeah.
In terms of I wanted to be skinnier, had straighter hair. I chemically changed it, got relaxers.
Yeah.
I did everything. And then as I grew up, I started to be more comfortable within my Hispanic heritage. I've met people who broadened my horizons, fellow Dominicans who had this similar upbringing that my white friends didn't have.
Yeah.
You know? So I got more familiar with more acceptance that I got within the community. So that was my experience.
So my experience with race, so it can go a few different ways. Growing up, like I said earlier in the pod,
you wanted to be a white bitch.
Yeah, I wanted to be white because
didn't we all?
Because of, but it wasn't so much because of the looks. It was more so because of how I saw all of them living. Like their families were together. They had like a normal, decent, quote unquote, siblings that get along all the time. Blah blah blah. Like game nights and stuff.
Yeah,
we didn't do that in my family. So I wanted to be that. And then as a teenager, when I entered church, when I, got saved, I went to a Pentecostal, mostly it was all Hispanic. I didn't feel Hispanic enough. So there was that because I'm very Americanized. But then I've dealt with a lot of Black people who I didn't really, quote unquote, fit in because I was Hispanic. And then obviously the white people in my life, I'm sorry. I get along with everybody. I promise I do. But just some circles you don't fit in. So it's always been a little bit of a mixture because I'm just like, I'm just here. Now as an adult, I don't really care. Growing up, I was a little lost. I was trying to be extra Hispanic to try to fit in here. I was trying to be extra American to try to fit in there. And it just pick one for me. I don't care, my friend.
Dating for you.
Okay. Dinner is over. The waiter asked, together or separate? What's it gonna be? Go ahead.
I've always said this. The first date, the man is going to pay. That's just how I am on a first date. Now, after that, it can go Dutch. I can pay. You got next. Or you can pay, I got next. Unless I asked him out, then that's different.
That's what I was going to say.
I'm going to do it because I wanted your company.
Right. If you were to ask me this before I got married or before I was with Jay, I would be like, the man always has to pay. That would be my mindset. Now that I'm in a healthy relationship and I've learned and have experienced, evolved growth, I would say that it really depends on who wanted this. Who pursued who? If I'm thinking that this is like a first date by the question. So if you asked me out, I'm assuming you wanted me out. I'm out here. You gonna pay for what you wanted me to be here. Hello. Yeah. I just feel like that's fair. And it's not even just like the traditional thing because men are providers, because that's where that comes from. I'm seeing it more like you wanted my time. It was your idea, bro. Like it was common sense. And like you said, if it was me, if I pursued you and I want your attention, then I'm going to offer to pay. Mm-hmm. If you want to step in, that's on you, but I'm going to offer to pay.
Yeah.
Because I asked you to be here.
Yeah. Let's make it spicy. I have sex.
Word. Oh my God. I'm stressed already.
Quickies are fun, but how do you tell your partners that the quickies are too quick? Me? I'm big on communication.
Yeah.
So I would just be like, the fuck, this ain't doing it.
Dang, Nathalia. The fuck.
Okay, I won't say the fuck. Because I'm definitely more delicate when I'm with someone I like. Mm-hmm. So I'll be like, well, what's your idea of a quickie?
I that's why I'm like, I don't know, because it depends on the person.
So like pumping, thrusting?
Yeah, that's my idea of when I hear quickie, that's what that is. Like a quick 1-2 before work type thing. You know?
I probably just tell him, but like, yo, this ain't it for me anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I need more caressing.
Yeah, about the whole communication thing, because not everybody likes a quickie. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
I just think that it just goes back to our nature. I always talk about this, a woman's nature. Like, we like to be caressed on and all the love and talk and whatever action, blah, blah, blah. Like, the biggest thing that you hear, at least that I heard when I first got married, was like, foreplay starts in the beginning of the day. But it's saying like the sense of women don't always just want to be touched on and da-da-da-da-da, whatever. It literally like, help me clean the dishes. Oh, that turns me on. Oh, then, I don't know, massage my feet. I don't know, things like that.
The build-up.
It's the build-up that makes me want it. So, I think, again, it depends on the person. Like, they could be fun, maybe, like, thinking back to our younger selves.
In the car.
Like, in the car, sneaky, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But as an adult, when we tie, I just want to sleep.
I don't think quickies in the house is fun. That's boring. Because we're in the house. Why are you quicking for?
Because you got to go to work.
Ooh, being on the job and doing one, that's probably fun.
Oh my God.
Work from home.
Oh my God.
Just saying.
In the world? That is literally.
If he's on a phone call.
Stop. Oh my God. That is the when I'm working, that is the last thing on my mind. But you know, I dive into work when I'm at work. I'm just like, I just need to get this done.
You're a leader. You're different. You're not a regular rep like I am. You're a leader. I fuck around.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so quickies like out and about, like on that like exploration bullshit. I understand like car sex is pretty fun.
But the question is, how do you bring it up?
I would just tell them. Yeah, I don't play around.
Same. It's just talk about it, because if you're having sex with this person, I assume you're comfortable enough to talk about it.
Exactly. Like, I don't understand that where people just be like, oh, I don't know how to tell my partner. You guys are already fucking.
Yeah.
Why is you telling your feelings of like what your expectation, what you want to do, or like what doesn't work for you, like improvements, unless the guy you're fucking is like real selfish or childish and not mature to handle critique.
I think it also depends on girl, why do I always bring a deeper meaning into things? I just think so hard, because I'm like, it also depends on how you grow up. Because me growing up, I always had the idea, first of all, I thought sex was going to be the center of any relationship, because any guy that ever quote unquote pursued me or like whatever, flirted with me or whatever, they always landed towards, I want to have sex with you. So as you grow up, because you didn't fall for those things, as you grow up, you're like, oh, when I get in a serious relationship, I have to have sex because blah, 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 blah. And me, maybe it's the movies, maybe it's the TV shows, Lifetime, I don't know. You always are like, I just want to make my partner feel good. I just want to make my partner make sure that they know that I'm doing my best, or asking them if it's okay. So it's more so an act of serve in regards to sex.
You are definitely that person. Not
like in general. Yeah, we're not just talking sex.
No,
we're just talking like, if
like,
he's happy, I'm happy. That's it.
Yeah. And that just so happens to fall into the activities of the bedroom. Yeah. So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Parenting, oh baby, parenting is hard.
She knows.
What should your parents have taught you when you were younger? Oh my God, there's so many things, but really nothing, because she did what she could.
I wish my mother was more encouraging on what I wanted to do and was less realistic.
Yeah, we did have that conversation.
Growing up, I wanted to be an architect. And then she was just like, her and my grandmother were like, that's not a realistic job. You're not going to have any job prospers of that. You need to focus more on working within the healthcare field, things like that. She was very realistic on my dreams and squashing them, is what I can say. So I would have hoped she taught me to believe that anything I wanted to do, I can do.
Yeah.
And that just wasn't it. And it could be because of multiple reasons, because of how she was brought up with her family. You can't live your dream. You need to pay bills. You need to have money for things like that. Yeah. So I would say that's the only thing I can really think of, because like you, I don't want to say my mom didn't know, but she knew. It was more, she was my dream squasher.
I'm very heavy on the believer that my mom did what she could. Mm-hmm. You know, parenting, and I can say this firsthand now, parenting does not come with a manual. I wish that she would have taught me to pursue emotional intelligence more than financial intelligence. Money is important. Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever. But honestly, money has not and does not solve my anxiety attacks, my panic attacks, my depression, my depressive episodes, my mental health issues. Most of that came from falling into different situations that caused me to put my mental health in the back burner, take my peace away. So honestly, I just wish that, to kind of piggyback on that, you can't teach somebody something you don't know. Yeah. And my mom doesn't know. Doesn't have a full grasp on her emotional intelligence. So I can't really expect that from her. But yeah, that's kind of that.
Is it okay to watch porn in a relationship, while in a relationship? Me personally, I don't watch porn. It doesn't do anything for me. So I don't care. But I'm not naive to think my man doesn't watch porn. It's like pooping. Everyone fucking does it. But you don't need to tell people, oh, I pooped today. Yeah. Even though we do. But that's just us. So it's just like, so I don't care. You can watch porn all you want. Me, it's more like if you acting on it with somebody else, like cheating. Right. That's something different. But in terms of just watching porn while in a relationship, I don't care.
I don't like it. I don't like it. And that's just because, again, maybe I'm looking too deep into it. It's like a gateway to other things. Okay. And that's what I'm not okay with. I get it. Porn is a thing. It's a really big thing. I'm also not naive, like you said, and I know people watch it. If you're in a relationship with me, why are you watching other women? Like, that's to me, and maybe I'm being dramatic, that's literally like you are cheating on me, because are we going to be in a strip club together? There's couples that do that. More power to you. Not me. Mm-hmm. I'm not okay with my husband seeing naked women. Mm-hmm. And again, if you do that, all right, dope. I don't want to know about it, because then I'm going to feel some type of way. And I'm heavy on the insecurity. I don't want to feel insecure, because if I feel insecure, nobody's going to be happy.
Nope. That instance, like where you want to have sex with your partner and then they kind of deny you, but you find out that they're masturbating. It's like, excuse you, bitch. Yeah. Why the fuck are you masturbating next to me when I want to fuck you?
That's so hurtful. Like, I can only imagine how hurtful that would feel. Like, you're literally being like, skirt. There's so many feelings about that. I'm not okay with that. Listen, I'm not okay with it.
Oh, this is so cute. Oh,
Lord.
What is the next milestone for you and your partner? I don't have a partner. So my next milestone is to find a partner. My intentions on dating is dating to marry. I want a husband. I don't care about a family. I don't want kids. I want a partnership. And once I settle that, I want to go traveling the world. I want to feed my obsession with going to the UK. That would be my next milestone. So first I got to find the guy, and then I might change my mind on children, but probably not.
Milestone. I don't know. We got the house. We got the kid. We got the dog. We still want to travel. That's still very much heavily on our list. And owning or creating our dream home. That's definitely a milestone. Like, yeah, our house is nice. It's a house, it does its thing, but it's not home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I can't wait to see what we're able to create when we get there.
Okay, this one is a good end note. Should relationships be easy?
No.
I don't think that's ever the case. I don't think any relationship is easy. And I say that to say, if it's easy, someone's not being honest. And I say that in terms of ain't no way that two people are built the same.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's always making a compromise.
Yep.
In some facet of their life.
Facts.
And that always comes with a certain amount of disturbance to your peace, to your partner's peace, things like that. So if I feel personally, if you guys have a disagreement and the other person kind of sweeps it under the rug and doesn't really question it, something's wrong.
Yeah.
He or she's not really invested in this because they're not going above to try to figure out why you feel that way. And to me, that doesn't sit right because it's like you're not trying to get to know who I am because you're not truly understanding my issue. And that's where I mean relationships shouldn't be easy. And I think the real relationships never are easy because, again, not everyone is built the same as another individual. You see that in families. For example.
Yeah.
So it's just like, no, I don't think it's ever easy. It's a blessing if it could be easy, but I've never heard a relationship where there's like, we never fight. We never fight.
Right. I just don't think anything worth it is easy.
Facts.
Because at the end of the day, not only is it just compromises, it's just I like you enough to be able to put up with certain things. I see enough worth and value in what we have going on to let the smaller things that really don't matter like ruin it all for us. So I just think that if it's worth it, then it's not going to be easy. Whether that's in conversations, actions, like you said, money, that's a big one.
Money is a big one.
Especially now. I am heavy on the believer. Even when I was single, and you know this, I'm like, money will not ruin my relationship. Yep. I refuse. If there's one thing that you will never see me and my husband ever fight about is money. And that is because the love of money is the root of all evil. It says the Bible, and I believe that wholeheartedly.
I don't know that book.
The sense of I'm not going to put money above my relationship. I'm not going to hold money over the head of somebody I love.
And I feel like if that's the case, you don't really love them.
Yeah. 100%.
Because if you find joy in controlling that person outside of, let's say, sex, you don't love this person. You see them as property. You see them as something you can manipulate. And love is not manipulation at all. You agreeing with me? Yeah. Anything worthwhile is not going to come easy. It's going to be work. If anything, it's going to be compromised. So I don't know. I just don't think a relationship is easy. And if it is easy for you, cool. Do you. I love to see love.
And you know it's crazy. I will actually watch the TikTok who like goes viral because she's a stay-at-home mom with 4 kids, whatever. More power to you. She makes things seem easy. There was a comment that like tried to call her out on her
unrealistic?
Yeah, it's not realistic. And she commented back pretty much saying like, you only see what I let you see. Don't think that just because she's from Africa, somewhere in Africa, and you know how they have the
dowry.
The man has to pay the family a certain thing, whether that's animals, money, whatever. So he did the whole 9 yards, stay at home mom, stay at home wife, 4 kids, like I said. And she like I said, she was like, you only see what I allow you to see. You don't get to see our hard times because that doesn't define us as a couple, you know? And I think it's heavy that somebody highlights that because social media, evil as hell. Do not compare yourself to anybody on social media.
The filters, the editing, these people do not want you to see them at their lowest. And if they do let you see them at a low point, it's not their lowest.
Yeah. And even if it is their lowest, you should be able to feel confident that there's something wrong and they want you to be, it's that relatability there. You know what I mean? I will wholeheartedly always follow, let's say, a single mom before I follow a mom who's married, has the money and all of this. This one's crying and this one's not. This one shows her sadness. This one doesn't. Because I was heavy on TikTok, especially when my baby was a newborn.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to follow moms that would cry on camera because it was hard. Just because it's hard, because there's so many times that you only see like, oh, I love my baby. Oh, this and that and the third. Oh, I'm tired, but it's okay. It's to be expected. No, baby, sometimes I wanted to cry. And it was nice seeing somebody who was in the same boat as me. I needed that.
Yeah.
So I just think that when you see somebody that shows only the perfect side of them, you know it's not real.
Yeah. I feel that, sis. But no. That was a good day.
Yeah, it was.
We got deep. We laughed. We shouted out some people. Hey, Kate. That was it, guys. That was a great pod.
Yes.
Great convo. Always with Miss Natalie.
I'm here.
Again, like, subscribe, follow me on YouTube. And for the audio listeners, please subscribe and follow anywhere you get your podcasts. Participate in the comments.
Yeah.
If you agree, agree. If you don't agree, keep it to yourself. You know.
Wait, no, we want to hear opinions, Nathalia.
Be nice. But no, if you have anything you want us to talk about, or you want to feed into anything we say, engage with us in the comments. Yeah. Well, other than that, thank you for listening. Be safe. Bye.
Bye.
Dos vidania.
Peace.